Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods are officially gone from WWE, and it's kind of one of those things which I would never really thought that they would be gone from WWE. I thought they would be like, lifers in the company, especially like Kofi. This dude's been in WWE for like 19 years, 19, 20 years. I think it's been 20 years. I know he was in FCW, I think in like '05, and I know he debuted on the main roster in like, I think it was like 2007 because he was feuding with Shelton Benjamin at the time, and he's built a hell of a career for himself. Kofi Kingston, multi-time U.S. champion, multi-time IC champion, multi-time tag team champion, WWE champion with one of the best storylines going into a WrestleMania. He's done a hell of a job for himself, and Big E, we know what happened with Big E with his neck injury and everything like that, and not being able to like be medically cleared to be in another wrestling match. Thank you, Rich Holland. But nah, no shade towards him. But and then it's Xavier Woods, multi-time tag champion, and he's never won a singles championship, which I think they should have at least put the IC champion or US champion on him at some given point. It's just it's weird to see them gone, man. And JC Mateo and Tonga Loa is gone from WWE as well. So it's just like, we got two sets of tag teams, that are gone from the company. And they only been on the roster for about a year now. I mean, that's like, who else is going to get cut at this point? Because I don't think they're done with this spring cleanings per se. And it's just, the New Day have built a hell of a fucking career for themselves, man. And it's crazy how, like, when they first came into WWE as like the New Day, the whole thing was I think Xavier Woods is going to get cut, and then they put I always thought like Xavier Woods and Biggie would have been like cut like super like fast in WWE, but they had the New Day gimmick that they came up with, and they had to actually sabotage the gimmick to get it to work, because they was originally supposed to come in as faces, and then they switched and they became heels, and it was like some of the best work that either one of them guys has been doing. It's just dope to like they've been there for like, they've been a tag team, I think, since like, what is it? They debuted in 2013, I want to say. 13 years, man. 13 years as a tag team championship winning team and what have you. And it's just, they're just gone. And it's crazy how you don't make them like at least ambassadors for the company or something like that. It's especially like Kofi. He's been there for years, man. And it's just, it sucks to see them go, man. And the thing is, with Xavier, I just don't think they ever seen him as like more than maybe like a comedy character. Even when they feuded with the Wyatts and everything, we thought that was going somewhere, and it wound up going nowhere. It's just like Xavier on the mic, he was good. He was a good talker. He was good in ring. It's just WWE never looked at him as like, as a WWE champion or anything like that. The best that guy would have been like hoping for is like a US championship or an IC championship. He did win the King of the Ring, and what have you, but it's just he never, it's just he never got to that level. It's crazy to go back and think of the New Day, because I still remember the matches they had with the Usos. Like I think that was like 2017, 2016. I have my dates up mixed up, but those matches, those banger of banger matches, from SummerSlam going all the way to Hell in a Cell, where it's just like, the back and forths, the promos that they had with each other, the freaking rap battle that they had with the Usos that the New Day clearly freaking lost. I'm gonna always remember the New Day, man. They was freaking a dope tag team. I even like, it's just weird to see them like gone in the way that they went out. I guess because even like last year, I believe they signed new contracts with the company, and it's like for them to be gone, it's either WWE wanted to pay them less, or they came to WWE like, listen, we see the writing on the walls. There's no place for the New Day here anymore. and they're just gone. And I don't know if they're gonna wrestle on the Indies, especially like Xavier. I don't think Kofi needs to. I think Kofi might just retire from wrestling completely. Um, I don't know. It's just weird to see them gone. I guess because it's like they was trying to tell a story between Kofi and Javon Evans, and it's just like it almost seemed like they was gonna turn Kofi face, and he was gonna be like a mentor to Javon, and Javon was like maybe he would have gave Javon the Trouble in Paradise move or something like that. Like, here, take this and use this more often. Cause like when I look at Javon, it's like how long can he keep doing that OG cutter and what have you? Cause at some given point he's gonna have to retire the move. You know, or maybe even Xavier comes back and they form like a new kind of New Day or something like that. You know what I mean? With Javon Evans there. It's just like they've done nothing with the New Day, and it sucks that they can't even use the New Day as like, they pretty much use the New Day became jobbers to the company, and it's just like I just don't get it. How do you have Kofi Kingston, a former WWE champion that people like rallied behind and what have you, and he's reduced to freaking like jobbing every week on Raw? He's like, the former WWE champion treated like, he never once was, and it's crazy. Like, even Xavier, they could have gave him a singles title run in that company, and it's just like, I get they probably still not under contracts. Maybe they're still on a contract because I know they also have like that 30-day non-compete or like the 90-day non-compete or whatever. So, they mutually agreed with WWE to basically, leave. And it's kind of crazy that like Biggie, I think he still does like backstage like commentary and everything like that. But I wonder how he feels about the situation, because it's like, even though they have like the heel stuff and all of that stuff, like with them and what have you, but it's just like you have to feel for like Xavier Woods and all of them, because it's just like I still feel like there's still like money on the table left with the New Day. Like, it's just I don't get it, bro. It's just I don't get some of these cuts. I just don't. Like, and I already ranted on the whole Kyrie situation. Like, why Kyrie? And it's that the New Day is just gone. It's just, it's just they've done so much for that company, man. They should not get treated like this. But at the same time, it's like, TKO is in charge, so it's like, if TKO doesn't see you like generating money or anything like that, I guess you're just like, expendable. Everybody's expendable except for like the Golden Boys and everything like that, like the Roman Reigns and the Cody Rhodes and everything like that. So it's just like, it's just I can't believe the New Days is actually gone, man. I would have legit thought them to be like, especially like Kofi Kingston, at least make him like an ambassador. I always would have thought he would have been like a for lifer in WWE. He's been there for like years, and it's like, I remember like, sorry, I know like years ago Xavier even said like, if it wasn't for like Big E and Kofi Kingston, he most likely would have been on the chopping block a long time ago, in like 2010, 2011, when he was there. He was basically like a jobber, and it's crazy to think how like the New Day, like when they first came in, they're supposed to do like that choir. They had like that whole choir behind them and what have you, and they was doing those vignettes. And there's originally supposed to be a face tag team, and then they had to sabotage it and to become heels, and from heels they got over and everything like that, and they got over with the crowd. They even hosted WrestleMania, where freaking Xavier took a Stone Cold Stunner by Stone Cold Steve Austin. I believe that was WrestleMania 30. It was 30, right? Because yeah, I believe it was 30. And it's wild. It's wild how they kind of like non-existent in WWE. It's like some of the cuts are just weird. Some of them I understand, but at the same time, it's just like the New Day deserves so much better. Like, at least like have them go out in a match or something like that. Like, I don't know, like have them put their careers on the line or something like that. Give them one last hurrah, because it just sucks how they're just gone from the company. And I guess, like I said before, they probably seen the writing on the walls. They see them getting rid of all these tag teams. They see TKO's involvement, and it's just like, you know what, we don't really have a place here anymore. And it's crazy how they probably thought that. Now, I'm just speculating. I don't know, but I kind of wish that the New Day would have been like for lifers in that company. You know, just help her out and everything like that. It's just, I don't know. I could keep like speaking on it and everything like that, but it sucks to see that New Day is gone without even like a goodbye or anything like that. It seemed like they was doing something with Kofi and Javon, but it just sucks, bro. And JC Mateo and Tonga Loa is gone from the company too, so I don't know what's going on over there. And thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, I know we end things. Y'all stay safe, y'all stay out the way, take care of yourselves, alright, guys? Let me know like your favorite New Day match. My favorite New Day match will always be like the New Day versus the Usos in that Hell in a Cell match. Just your favorite New Day match or memory from the group. Later, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one.